magazines always try to sell me things, from bicycles to shiny rings. And they say, hey, check out this brand new fan. It's something that you gotta have, that kinda make me wanna laugh. Cause contentment isn't found in possessions. I think they've got the wrong impression. I try to focus my attention on the fact that I'm blessed and everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, need, is all I need. Hey, I must admit that sometimes I want what my friends have. It's easy to do that. I try to keep myself from losing sight of where my joy comes from. Cause contentment isn't found in possessions. I think they've got the wrong impression. I try to focus my attention on the fact that I'm blessed and everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Video games and nice clothes. It's easy to let your mind go down the wrong path, wanting what other people have, always wanting more things when old things get boring. But life isn't measured by the things you own or the things you don't. I'ma be good with what I got. I promise you that I am not gonna want what's his, want what's hers. Yo, I'm blessed and that's for sure. Fancy things are cool, I guess, but you don't watch out, you just might miss that there's more to life than the eye can see. Look inside, you got all you need. Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need. Everything I've got is all I need. I'm taking steps back to see things differently. Everything I've got is all I need, is all I need.
Good morning.
Good morning, boys and girls.
How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are so happy to be here and able to talk to you. We are starting today's lesson about what you can do to help others. We've been talking about how you can be content with what you have, and now we're just going to look at what some things are that you could do that would help others. Lisa, can you think of anything that they could do that would be helpful?
Oh, there's tons of things you can do, and you don't have to have a lot of money to do it. And as kids, I know you probably don't have a lot of money, some of you, but so here's some things you could do. Okay, you could give your time to help somebody out. Okay, maybe a parent would need help washing the dishes or shoveling snow or something like that. You could also listen to other people. So if they're not feeling well, maybe you could just do that special little ear and listen to them. You could also help somebody if maybe they're being bullied, or you could be a friend to somebody. So if you see somebody in your class that maybe is alone and don't have a lot of friends, that you could maybe ask them to play with you on the playground or do something fun with them.
Yeah, those are all great ideas. And when you look around and you see others around you, what they're doing, you might get some ideas too of what you could do to help them in ways that we haven't even mentioned.
Exactly. So we're going to watch 2 segments, and then we're going to come back to you a second time with a little application of maybe how you think you can do to help others.
Come on. Why is this not working?
What's not working?
I'm trying to pump up this flat tire, but the pump is not working.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, try it. Pump it a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not working. Oh, You know what? Maybe you'd have to flip down this little doohickey right here.
Oh,
Yeah. Try it now.
okay.
A little faster.
Is it working?
Keep going.
Now?
Yeah. I think it's working!
Ah!
Hey!
Hello to each and everyone from far and wide.
From high and low.
I'm Brandon.
I'm John, and this is the So-and-So Show. That rhymed.
Yeah, we are so happy to welcome you into John's basement studio.
Yes, come see my basement where I fold my laundry. Ah, it's folded.
Find popcorn in the oddest places. Mmm. Chewy.
Find a place to cry alone after watching a sad movie. Why? Why? Why'd you have to let the sadness overtake you, Artex? Why?
Or sometimes cry with your friends.
Why didn't you fight it, Artex?
The story is never ending. Why won't the story end?
It's so sad.
So very sad. We've got a great show today. John, I
Yes?
must ask, what does the word upcycle mean to you?
I'm not sure. Oh, a unicycle has one wheel, a bicycle has two wheels, a tricycle has three wheels.
An icicle has no wheels.
True! But an upcycle, is it a bicycle you ride up?
Nope. Hey, you know what recycling is, right?
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yes, but instead of recycling or throwing something away, upcycling means you can make something into something new or better.
Okay, upcycle. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Okay, where do you keep your recycling?
Right here.
Oh, good. Well, let's dump it out.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, good. Perfect. All right.
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's great. Now
Yeah.
let's upcycle this stuff. Let's make something better. Do you have what do you want to?
Self-propelled cars!
Okay. We'll make self-propelled cars and then we'll race them.
Oh, it sounds fun.
Let's montage.
Woo! Oh!
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, mine's got a mousetrap.
Ooh, dangerous. Hey,
Yeah.
don't try this at home without supervision, kids.
Exactly.
You ready to race?
Sure.
See you on the track.
What? Oh!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I am so confused.
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Whoa! Ow! My mousetrap snapped! Get it off my fingers! Ow!
Looks like I won. Upcycling is fun.
Yeah, fun.
It's Bible story time with Kellen. How's it going, Kellen?
Not bad, gentlemen.
You got a story for us today?
I do indeed.
Well, by all means, take it away.
Yeah.
Our story today comes from a letter written by the Apostle Paul to a church in Corinth, which was a city in Greece. Paul wrote about Jesus followers in Macedonia who gave what they had to help the church in Judea. And here to help me talk about them are my friends from
Kidspective.
the Apostle Paul helped start churches all over the place.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Paul would write letters to the churches, helping to teach and encourage them as they grew. One of the things Paul wrote in his letter to the church in Corinth.
I've got it from here, Kellen.
Take it away.
Brothers and sisters, we want you to know about the grace that God has given to the churches in Macedonia. They have suffered a great deal.
Now, we don't know how the people in Macedonia had suffered. Some people think it could have been a famine.
So, we got anything for dinner?
All we have is some stale bread and a handful of beans.
Same as last night?
Yep.
It may also be that the Macedonians were being treated badly because they followed Jesus.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Is that a Macedonian Christian?
It's them again.
Yeah, I know. We can be strong. We can be strong. We have an amazing God who loves
It's
us.
just gonna get harder for you. We'll take everything you have. Yeah. We'll punish you for praying and worshiping your God.
The fact is, we don't know exactly what was going on with the Macedonian church or why they were suffering. But we do know this. Paul?
But in their suffering, their joy was more than full. Even though they were very poor, they gave very freely. Completely on their own, they begged us for the chance to share in serving the Lord's people in that way. They did more than we expected.
They were poor and they were suffering, but somehow they had joy. And even though they didn't have much to give, somehow they gave freely.
Did you hear? The church in Judea needs our help.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We gotta do something, but we don't really have much to give.
Yeah. Oh, do you still have that can of nickels under your bed?
I do, yes. And what about you? Do you still have that ultra rare Beanie Boo you won at the carnival? I mean, it's gotta be worth something.
Yes, right. Paul? Are these worth something?
What is it? Yeah, this will help a lot. Can you afford it?
Yeah, our God has already given us so much.
We just want to give back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not bad. Definitely didn't have nickels or Beanie Boos back then, but I think you get the idea. Even though the Macedonians didn't have much, they were content with what God had given them. So content that they were willing to share what they'd been given. Now, what does that mean for us? Not all of us have a lot of money we can give, but there are other things you can give to others.
I'm pretty good at piano, and sometimes my little brother has a tough time learning, so I could help him practice.
There's a kid in my class at school that my friends were making fun of. I can tell them that they should stop.
Sometimes my granddad likes to tell me stories, and even though they're stories I've heard before, I can still take the time to listen.
We all have something to give. We may have money or stuff. We may have talent or time or strength. But like the Jesus followers in Macedonia, we should look for ways to share what God has given us. Thanks for helping tell the story, everyone. Amazing.
Okay, anytime. Later, Kellen.
Of course, see you later.
See you later.
Wow, so good.
Yeah, didn't the kids do a great job?
Yeah, and that was a great story too, Kellen.
Absolutely.
You know, it's crazy that even though they didn't have a lot, they gave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of times, those with the least amount of money or stuff can be the most content. Maybe when you don't have a lot of stuff, you can more easily focus on the things that really matter.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that no matter how much you have, you always have something to give.
No doubt. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks, Kellen.
See you, fellas.
You know what? I got it. It's like upcycling.
What is?
Well, when we take what we have and we share it with others, it's making things better. Upcycling.
Hey, good point.
Yeah, it happens occasionally.
Reveal the question. How can you use what you have to help others?
Yeah, you've already heard some ideas from Kidspective, but why don't you think up some others? And remember, it doesn't have to involve money.
No, it can be time.
Or your talents.
Your creativity.
Or your courage.
Wait, we're giving them too many ideas.
Oh, right. You answer the question. How can you use what you have to help others?
And we'll see you next time on The So-and-So Show.
See ya.
Laundry. Why doesn't it work when I do it?
Yeah.
It's not on. It's not even plugged in.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working. I just needed it dulled.
They're doing Charlie Chaplin over there.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 8, verses 1 through 5.
As Sarah entered the cafeteria, bagged lunch in hand, Grace waved her over.
Hey, Sarah, we figured out the service project thing.
Sarah slid into the seat beside Grace, across from Cassie and Rochelle. All three of them sported expensive salon haircuts and manicures. Sarah tried to smooth down her own frizzy hair. She was glad that St. Joseph's School requires uniforms, because at least her clothes looked like what everyone else was wearing.
Oh, right, the project for social studies?
Miss Moss had required that individual groups find a service project to do during the holiday season.
I looked through Miss Moss's list. This one's perfect.
Grace showed her tablet screen to Sarah.
Helping a refugee family? That's a great idea.
Yeah, we can just buy them stuff from this list and send it to their new home.
Where is the...
Sarah looked at the table again, trying to decipher the name on the page.
Where is the KMB family living? Somewhere over on the east side, like Grove or some place with those rundown houses.
Sarah swallowed hard. She lived on the east side when she'd moved in with her grandma. It was only because of a scholarship that she was able to attend St. Joseph's School.
It says here the family needs 3 sets of sheets. Oh, I know. You've seen those ads for tufted owl sheets? They're supposed to be the best.
Sarah's eyes widened.
Aren't those sheets like $200? That's cool. My dad will give me the money.
They need dishes. I'll order a full set from Macy's. My mom has a platinum card there.
I'll get them a TV. Perfect way to learn English, right? Enter a credit card number and boom, service project done.
The girls turned to Sarah, who avoided their eyes by staring at the list of needs on the tablet.
Hey, Sarah, what are you gonna send? They need winter coats. I saw these awesome tailored down jackets on sale for like $125. I don't know. I'll text you all later.
That evening at dinner, Sarah barely touched her spaghetti. Grandma peered across the table, her eyes bright under her wiry white hair.
Now, what's wrong, Sarah?
Oh, it's this service project I have to do for school. We're supposed to help this refugee family that's moving into a house over on the Grove. The Kayembes.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Yeah, but everyone else is ordering stuff for them. Expensive sheets and TVs and things. The only money I have right now is for bus fare. What am I gonna give?
You don't have to have a lot to give a lot.
You didn't answer my question.
Grandma smiled and reached for the worn Bible that always sat on the kitchen table.
No, but St. Paul will.
Sarah knew that once Grandma got a scripture passage stuck in her mind, there was no stopping her from reading it.
Okay, fine. I'm listening.
Let's see. It's right here in 2 Corinthians. Paul was writing to a group of churches. We want you to know about the grace that God has given to the churches in Macedonia. They have suffered a great deal, but in their suffering, their joy was more than full. Even though they were very poor, they gave very freely. In fact, they gave even more than they could. Completely on their own, they begged us for the chance to share in serving the Lord's people in that way.
But that's still talking about money. The churches gave money.
Listen with your heart. They gave from what they had, and they did it with joy.
Well, what I have is not money.
But you've got other things.
Okay. I'm good at baking. I know how to use the bus and get around. I have time, I guess.
Grandma beamed and her face crinkled.
all good things.
Reluctantly, Sarah smiled back.
Okay, I'll make a list.
Next morning, Sarah's friends crowded around her locker.
Hey, have you decided what you're gonna buy?
Well, I thought maybe the Cayambe family needs more than just stuff.
Like how?
Maybe they need help. You know, like finding the library, figuring out the bus system. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But I do. And I Googled and found a number for their caseworker, and she said we could help the Cayambes decorate their new home for Christmas.
Oh, that's a really cool idea.
I found this awesome video that shows how to make Christmas ornaments from salt dough that you shape and bake and paint. You all could come to my place and help.
Sure, that'd be great.
I mean, it's a tiny apartment kitchen and all.
You tell us what to do, we'll do it.
Sarah breathed a sigh of relief. Maybe she couldn't send $200 sheets, but she could use her time and creativity, and even her grandma's tiny kitchen, to help welcome a new family to her neighborhood.
The people in the Macedonian churches didn't have a lot, and yet somehow they were okay with that. They were content. And it was that contentment that made them want to share their time, talents, and resources with others. You see, when you learn how to be content, it makes you really see all the good things you have. You learn to be thankful for what you've been given, and the more thankful you are, the more likely you'll want to share what you have with someone else. Like, maybe I could share these bicycle parts. You know, I'll bet there's a bike somewhere that's falling over somewhere because they need a kickstand. I could give this to that bike. Or someone might need, to replace their chain because theirs is old and rusted or broken. Let's see. These might even help someone hold onto their handlebars a little bit tighter. I could give all these parts away and help a lot of people. You know, we all have something we can give. Maybe you don't have a lot, but you've got something. You may have money or stuff, or you may have strength to help your family around the house with chores. You may have talent to make people happy, or you can have time to spend with people who don't want to be alone. Honestly, you'll truly start to see what you have to give when you learn how to be content. The Apostle Paul wrote that he learned to be content through the power of Christ, who gave him strength. When you put your trust in Jesus, he can give you that strength too. The one thing to remember today is this: you can always use what you have to help someone else. So think about all you have to give and be thankful. Don't forget what I've spoke in. Get it? This is a spoke. See you around, because it's a wheel. Bye!
Well, kids, you've just watched a video and a Bible story all about how people have been helping others who are less fortunate, that they just needed somebody to give them a little bit of a boost. And the ones that were helping out, they didn't really have a lot to give, but they gave what they could. And they gave, with what Lisa said, their time, their talent, their creativity, whatever they thought could be helpful and useful, they did for others. So I'm going to ask you to just listen to Lisa about what you can do this week with our application part of it.
So we're going to do a quick little review with the memory verse, and we've looked at the memory verse last week, but we did in the first 2 weeks, but I'm just going to review that with you and go over it because it all is encompassing the theme of contentment. So it says, "Then he said to them, watch out, be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has." And that's from Luke 12:15. So the information is going to come up on the screen for you, and you're going to read through the activity. Basically what the activity is you're putting things in a bag or a hat or something, box from around the house, and you're going to draw an item out. And from that item, you're going to be able to see how you can be helpful using that item. So looks like a fun activity. I might even try it this week. What about you, Mary?
Well, I was just thinking of some of those items that were in the bag, and I liked all of them. But there was one that really stuck out to me. I thought, oh, you pull out a dishcloth. I could help somebody wash the dishes. So if I'm at somebody's house, and if I was just watching them do the dishes, I could step up and say, hey, I could wash or I could wipe, which I bet they would really like to have that help.
Yeah, that would be a great thing to do. We're going to end this session with a prayer, and it's really looks at asking God. So God, thank you for teaching us this month about what it means to be content or okay with what we have. We are grateful for all that you have given us. Help us pay attention this week so that we can use what we have to help others. Thank you for loving us. We love you, God, and pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. So have a good week, boys and girls, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.